Hello, welcome to this video on take-home assessment in the Gen AI era at PolyU. This is Sean studying applied social science. My group mates are Ian, who are also studying applied social science, and Janice and Hugo, who are both studying optometry. The purpose of this video is to explore the students' perception, issues, and concerns related to take-home assessment in the Gen AI era, implementation effectiveness of Gen AI policy at PolyU, and implication of Gen AI on students' future career in different disciplines. Generative artificial intelligence is a branch of artificial intelligence that can create new content or data based on existing data or inputs, such as text, image, and codes. Some examples are ChatGPT, GPT-4, Stable Diffusion, etc. Generative AI can enhance learning, creativity, and innovation, but also pose ethical, legal, and academic integrity issues. Generative AI has caused heated discussion in the education sphere, with its implication on learning, assessment, and academic integrity at the center of the debate. Let me talk about PolyU's stance on this. PolyU take an open and forward-looking stance on the use of generative AI in education and sees it as positive and creative force. It is expected that the usage of Gen AI on learning, teaching, and assessment will be normalized. PolyU also encourages the use of AI for learning. However, PolyU upholds the principle that students should be accountable for their own work and avoid plagiarism or cheating using generative AI. Our two selected target courses are APSS 120, Introduction to Social Service in Hong Kong, and APSS 118, Self-Understanding and Communication Skills. The objective of this course is for students to acquire basic concepts for examining issues in social service and social policies, while gaining a basic understanding of the social service systems in Hong Kong. This course also aims for students to identify some key factors affecting social service development in Hong Kong and the global community. There's a video presentation and a personal essay as the take-home assessments of this course. And the policy for this course is to have a declaration form filled out, and you need to state the tools used and the manner that was used for inside the form. For the video presentation assignment, the aim of this is to facilitate students to acquire basic understanding of the local social service systems, and also use systematic data collection methods to exploring related social issues and problems. Generative AI in this case can give information efficiently for acquiring students with basic understanding of the local social service system. It functions like a search engine, which greatly increases the effectiveness of students gathering information. Generative AI can also generate presentation scripts for students to deliver a smooth presentation. For the personal essay assignment, it aims to facilitate students to reflect on their understanding of the basic concepts, as well as their learning of contemporary social problems in Hong Kong. In this case, generative AI can generate an outline for students to give students idea of how to write this essay and inspire students of ideas. Generative AI can also give informative facts and suggest websites that can be used as reference or inspiration for the student's essay. While the use of generative AI can significantly help with students' take-home assessment, some students may rely on the AI too much. Copy and pasting generated scripts and information does not really help students to acquire basic concepts and understanding, which leads to failing in all these course objectives. Now I'll pass on to Ian, who will talk to you about the second selected course, APSS 118.
Thank you, Sean. My name is Ian. Next up, I'll be talking about another course in the APSS department. So this one is APSS 118, titled Self-Understanding and Communication Skills. Its objective is to enhance students' self-understanding as well as their self-awareness about themselves. And another thing is to develop communication and counseling skills to help them in their future careers as helping professionals. The take-home assignments included in this particular course have re-recorded role-play presentations, personal essays, as well as slides-assisted presentations. The Gen AI policy regarding this particular course is quite simple. Only with declaration form is required for the personal essays as well as the presentations. The form needs to state what sort of generative AI is used for this particular assignment and the manner that it was used for. For the role-play presentation, it requires two students to pair up to simulate how a social worker would help to provide counseling services to a client. One of the key assessment areas is for the students to demonstrate effective counseling skills and communication skills in these scenarios. So chatbots like ChatGPT 5 or GPT-4 or Bing Chat can actually simulate these interview process by generating scripts or fake scenarios to help students to practice the implementation of these skills, as many of them require precise timing and context. So students can have to train to respond to different scenarios and gain critical feedback from the AI. The second part of this take-home assessment is personal essays. One of them is about the grown-up experience. The key assessment area here is for the students to recall and reflect on what happened in their past and bring up and talk about these past experiences to identify their personal values, strengths and weaknesses, and how these past experiences have helped them to know about their future aspirations. And how can generative AI help? Actually, for this particular assignment, due to the personal nature of this essay, we're requiring all students to talk about their own memories and what happened to them in the past authentically. AI-assisted research or brainstorming is actually quite infeasible, since anything the AI will be coming up may not be accurate or may just be fabricated. While generative AI can also assist with grammar checking and paraphrasing the vocabulary in the final essay, students must come up with their own content. The second personal essay is quite similar as well. It's a self-reflection exercise for help students to reflecting on what they've learned in the course materials and throughout the lessons. However, one notable difference that I think Gen AI can actually help them in this particular instance, because not all of the concepts and theories were discussed in the lessons. So students can look on the course materials and find out what was not discussed and what was not explained by the lecturer, and use chatbots to gain more information about what they've learned. In summary, while the use of Gen AI is still possible in APSS 118, where students can actually maybe ask AI to help them fabricate personal stories and using it to write their essays, it would actually hinder students to learn effectively, most notably failing on the first course objective, as it wants students to understand about themselves and their own stories and their backgrounds, rather than generating it for like a story-wise for their essays. So I would say Gen AI in this particular course doesn't really help them to learn or facilitate any kind of realization. So next up, we'll be taking a look at the pros and cons of allowing the use of Gen AI in take-home assessments.
For the pros of Gen AI in take-home assignment, first, students can enjoy flexibility. The assignment can be finished anywhere and anytime when the students have a laptop or iPad beside them. Second, Gen AI and take-home assignment can reduce the stress of students. They can prevent stress associated with completing tasks within a limited time frame. If the students are allowed to take their assignment back home, they can arrange the time to do their assignment. If they are only allowed to finish their assignment at lesson time, they may not able to do the best if they're not under good conditions. First, students can have personalized pace. Students can work at their own pace during take-home assignments to ensure that they have sufficient time to produce high-quality work, as they will have enough time to do research when doing their assignment.
Let's move on to the cons of the take-home assessments. The first con is that it is potential for cheating, as it may be susceptible to academic dishonesty, as students have access to external resources. The second one is that there is limited assessment for time constraint skills. They may not effectively evaluate skills that require quick thinking and time management, as students have extended time to complete assessments. The final one is that there is delayed feedback. Due to the extended time for grading, students have to wait longer to receive guidance.